Welcome back everyone to the channel. Team, in this video we're going to take a dive into how to build authority as a teacher in the room. Doesn't matter if you're the newest teacher in the room, the youngest teacher in the room, follow this video and you'll have a step-by-step guide how to be an authority in the classroom. So, the first one is authority does not equal aggression. Don't go in there trying to build your presence by standing over students. Okay, obviously that doesn't work. Intimidation is not a thing and it should never be a thing, but you can build a silence presence. That is obviously find ways to sort of present yourself as the authority figure in the room. Okay, body language, have a space in the room. I always have when I'm starting my instruction component or I'm starting something I need to explain instruction wise, a certain place in the room which I go to, and that starts to train the students that, I'm around this spot, I'm hovering, more than likely there's going to be instruction coming soon. Okay, you don't need to be scary to be stable. Okay, it comes back to typical behavior management 101, stay calm and composed, act confident, it will take you a long way. Okay, the next one to build an authority as a teacher, nail the first impression. Okay, be clear with your warm-ups, your structure on day one. Okay, don't go in there, don't smile at Easter or whatever it used to be back in the day. Don't have to be hard-ass, pardon my language, to go in there from day one, but you don't want to be too easy either. So for me, the sweet spot's always that firm but fair. I'm not going over to win over students in the first day, but I'm not going over to, ruin their lives either. I want them to be safe. I want to provide a controlled learning environment for my students, but it doesn't come at the cost of me, respect for both student and teachers in the room. So have a calm and deliberate tone. Okay, if you feel yourself getting worked up, just take a moment to settle yourself, take a moment to relax and get back to your composure. Okay, students' eyes, students see everything. Okay, especially the more difficult classes, difficult students, the vigilance, they're used to scanning their environments. Okay, so just remember, be calm, be composed, and work from there. Use confident body language is a big one, which I've talked about, and then set your expectations. Okay, don't have to be raising, NBA championships or raising to be the best class ever, but just go, like simple stuff like watching language, swear words, be in the class on time, just no talking over each other to start with, things like that. Have basic expectations for the students so they know what to expect. Okay, by doing that, you're limiting the uncertainty and any pockets of, chance for them to be disruptive, to work with. Master the art of predictability. I can't say it enough when it comes to behavior management, especially when you're trying to build presence as a teacher. Have predictability, have your routines set, have the students enter the room, where they go to next. Okay, your transitions, if the lesson's 60 minutes long, you're doing 3, 2, 4 transitions, whatever it happens to be, have those time frames around the transitions. The less student uncertainty in the room, the better, the more predictable your environment is, the less disruptive behaviour there'll be. Okay, and it's sort of less disruptive to be in the classroom, it's more, putting you back in charge. Not saying you have to be a dictator in the classroom, but you want to have a presence as an authority figure. Okay, and by doing this, having predictability, it helps grow with this. Use the low-key power moves. Okay, if it's your level 1, stuff like the look, proximity, don't talk over students. Okay, one of my pet hates these days, because I've got so many instructions to get through in so many classes. And because once you've been teaching for a while, you get used to the different standards in classrooms, or in classes, sorry. Anytime I have a new class, one of my pet hates is, and if they're more difficult, is when they try and talk over you. And I'm just like, and because in my mind, I know where it's going to end up, I'm trying to fast track there, but I've got to realise to be patient as well. Go back, go through the expectations, okay? The low-key strategy there is just to explain to the students, communicate. I need to speak, just let me speak. And then everyone, after I'm done, has that opportunity to, within reason, express their opinion. Some students will, you give them an inch to run a mile with it, but anything's reasonable and you can work within those parameters. Build respect through relationships, okay? Authority without connection, equals compliance. You don't want just students. For years, I chased after having the quietest room in the school. Look at me, teachers walking past, what's he doing in there? Must be a behaviour superstar. But it's not, sometimes it works, sometimes you're going to need that rowdy class. That's how they get operating, get moving, get learning. Every student, every class learns different. as long as you're a presence in the class and students know, that you're, end of the day, you're given the instruction, the responsibility falls on you, which is what you're getting paid for. That's the key to it, okay? Take interest in the students beyond class. Simple things like asking in Australia. Obviously, sporting commitments are big. Anytime you get a chance to sort of build those relationships. My go-to these days, whatever the 10, 15 minutes of a start over math lesson is just trying to get away from the content, okay? Walking around with students, asking how they went in the weekend, if they played a game, asking how the music practice is going, if there's a sibling birthday, something like that. The more connection you're building and the more students see that you're interested, can obviously, it helps build those relationships, helps build that presence in the classroom. Okay, again, students are going to try overstretch this in time and do their best to continue talking about what they like instead of doing the content, but everything's going to be a compromise and everything is contextual. Boundaries that make you believable. Be friends, not mates. Or be friendly, not mates. Be the firm but fair. Okay, you don't want to go in there and be the Hollywood superstar that everyone loves but actually has, no reason to be in the classroom, just sitting there hanging out, not teaching anything. I mean, as teachers, we've got to educate the youth as well. So part of that is, use humour, don't overshare personal stories. Okay, I'm big for, not saying it always happens, I'm not one for encouraging dramas or students talking about teachers, anything like that. I think it's, you keep it professional in your classroom, but you keep it professional in the profession as well. So, we're all teachers. Everyone's got tough class and difficult students. Everyone gets treated differently. So you just want to make sure that, you're looking after one another in the teaching profession as teachers. Okay. Always follow through with your word. Actions, not words. Don't just say stuff without the follow through. If you can, get a chance, comment below on your biggest challenge as a new teacher. Hopefully this video has given you some tips how to build a presence in the classroom as a new teacher or a young teacher. Like always, thanks for listening, and I'll